Matters, the class designed to empower you to better health through knowledge and education. And I'm your host, Dr. Richard Huntoon from Advanced Alternative Medicine Center. We're located at 138 Canal Street in Pooler Park, that is in Pooler, Georgia. We're in Suite 404 of Building 400. If you want to stop into the office, that would be wonderful. I'd love the opportunity to meet you, have a conversation, get a sense of why you feel you would want to come talk to me. Probably give you a brief evaluation out of my own curiosity for understanding what goes on within my fellow human beings. But short of stopping into the office, the next best way to get a hold of me would be to call my cell phone directly at area code 845-561-2225. Again, 845-561-2225. Please don't text that phone, as that phone is not equipped to receive texts, but would be more than happy to speak to you on the phone. If I don't answer the phone, please leave a message and I will get back to you. But don't text that phone because the phone's not equipped to receive texts. But you can email me, same as doing texting. You can email me at docrick, DOCRICK, docrick at spineboy.com. That is my email address. It's affiliated with my website, which is spineboy.com. Wonderful website with over 460 different pages of conditions and help you understand how to help your health. So whether you call me, stop in, email me, check out my website, watch these videos, whatever the case happens to be. I do these videos every week in an effort to educate you on the things that are most important during the time of year that the video is representing. This being the last week of June, we're going to talk a little bit about your heart health, because this is the time of year where the energy is highest in the fire element, and the fire element is your small intestine, which we covered last month, and now we're talking about the heart during this month. And so the question becomes is how is your heart doing? Hopefully it's doing well. I mean, that's where spirit lives, and hopefully your house is in order and your heart is working very, very well. But there's lots of people that develop heart disease. They get arrhythmias, they get palpitations, they get, angina, they get clogged arteries, they develop heart attacks, they get bypass surgeries, those sorts of things. I'd like to help you appreciate how you can avoid all of that. We talked last week about how to exercise aerobically. That will go a long way towards helping your heart function properly. We talked about the formula necessary to make sure you're in the appropriate aerobic state, which will increase your health while increasing your fitness at the same time. As a brief review, you take 180, subtract your age, and that is the number that you don't want your heart rate to get above. So I believe we used 50 as a nice number, so 180 minus 50 gives us 130. You don't want your heart rate to go above 130, because if it does, you're no longer working aerobically, you're working anaerobically, you're not helping your heart, you're actually draining your heart, which is why people have the issues that they have with their heart. All heart disease is nutritional deficiency diseases, and whether it manifests as palpitations, irregular heartbeats, whether it's arrhythmias, like I said, heart attacks, those sorts of situations, we want to appreciate that they're all based on having improper nutrition. Now, the electrical system of the heart, which starts in your sinoatrial node and moves from the SA node to the atrioventricular node before it goes down into the Purkinje system that spreads out, covering the whole rest of your heart. That electrical cascade and the impulses that happen within the heart are regulated by and controlled to be efficient by having sufficient amounts of B vitamins. B as in boy. We covered B vitamins way back in February, but I think in conjunction with Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is all about the heart, but in reality, now is the time to talk about the heart. And so your B vitamins, if you have sufficient amounts of B vitamins, then your heart electrical system will continue to work very efficiently. If you are lacking B vitamins, then your heart is going to torque on itself, it's going to twist on itself, and now the doors of your heart aren't going to close efficiently. And so you'll get abnormal closing of the doors of your heart, and they'll say that you have an arrhythmia. They may say that you have a prolapse or a mitral valve prolapse or a tricuspid prolapse, whatever the case happens to be. Those are all a direct indication of having a B vitamin deficiency. So we recommend Cataplex B, which gives you all the B vitamin components. But in association with that, you also need other electrolytes that help with that, and those are your minerals. So you want to get all organic trace minerals that also has some B vitamins in it. The correct name is All Organic Trace Minerals B12. But to absorb the B vitamins, you're going to need something else, and that happens in your small intestine, and it relates to your microbiome. And since we've learned thus far this year that we've all trashed our microbiome with sugar, etc., sugar causes us to lose our B vitamins, and not having enough probiotics in your bowel system doesn't allow you to absorb the B vitamins. So you need your B vitamins, the whole complex known as Cataplex B. You need your probiotics. We use Ultraflora Balanced dairy-free capsules. And then we mentioned that you need the all organic trace minerals. To increase the utilization of oxygen within your heart to make sure that the muscles work well within the heart, you need a thing called Cataplex E2. The E2 complex of the vitamin E complex itself increases the oxygen utilization within the heart muscles themselves and keeps them happy. So we would like to make sure that you have enough Cataplex E2. And then ultimately to feed the heart, to keep the heart functioning and giving it all the components that it needs to maintain health and function, we have a supplement called Cardio Plus. And I would encourage people to go with the gluten-free kind, so Cardio Plus GF. Taking several, I actually take 6 of those every day to maintain the integrity and the health of my heart. I come from my grandfather died of a heart attack. He died the same year that I just left, which was age 55. Now that we're being 56, we've outlived my grandfather, who died of a heart attack. So that being in my lineage, I take all of these ingredients in an effort to make sure that my heart is sound, and in an effort to help repair the heart for people who have had damage, people who have already had heart attacks, people who have had bypass, people who've had stents put in, those sorts of things. You want to use some cardiotrophin PMG. Cardiotrophin PMG. I take 6 of those every day. And so the formula is to help give your heart everything that it needs in order to function efficiently and maintain functioning, being efficient, is Cataplex B, Ultraflora Balanced dairy-free capsules, the All Organic Trace Minerals, the Cataplex E2, the Cardio Plus, I would go with the gluten-free kind, and the Cardiotrophin PMG. That's the formula that will help to feed your heart, to allow your heart to recover its health, and if you're exercising aerobically, that will benefit you tremendously, and you will actually improve and decrease the age of your heart so that you actually get younger as you get older. So I would invite for you to consider all of that. The offer this month is for you to come in to have your heart checked so that we can evaluate whether you have any heart imbalances. I would ask for you to call the office at 845-561-2225 to schedule your free appointment. You come in and get a heart check. We will check all these particular nutrients and make sure that all the reflexes related to your heart are functioning efficiently. Yeah, so that's it for this week's class. I hope the information has been valuable. I hope that you're out there exercising aerobically and you've figured out what your health building zone is for your heart so that you can become a fat burning machine, lose weight, continue to eat more, and now feed your heart the way that you need to feed your heart. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm going to ask you to tune back in next week, same health time, same health station, where we'll have more information on your heart and things that you can do to help your heart and how to get over any kind of heart issues. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back with you next week.